Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and as the topic of game preservation, game ownership has taken center stage within gaming, I would say. 2024 was a major year in that discussion with everything surrounding the crew. I think a lot of people taking a look at things like games getting delisted, the adjustment on Steam where it's more clarified as far as the ownership of your game. Are you really buying your games? Are you getting digital licenses, etc., etc.? GOG is a platform that has come and really made a name for themselves and cultivated a lane in that they are all about game preservation. They launched their own program where they are doing incredible things with classic titles and games that are going to be in this program that are going to be preserved and updated to work on modern hardware. It's rather incredible, and now they have gone one step further, and their latest step, our video game preservation efforts continue. We're thrilled to announce that today we've joined the European Federation of Game Archives, Museums, and Preservation Projects, EFGAMP, making us the first Polish institution to do so. This marks another important step in safeguarding gaming history. Every game deserves to be remembered, and we're committed to fighting for your gaming legacy. They have a whole post on their official website that I'll go over some of the details. We've got some statements from them as well, and let's talk about it. GOG was created with video game preservation in mind. Managing director at GOG, Marcin Globowiski, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but he did note that classic games and mission to safeguard them for future generations have always been at the core of our work. Over the past decade, we've honed our expertise in this area. The GOG Preservation Program, which ensures compatibility for over 100 games and delivers hundreds of enhancements, is just one example of this commitment. We were thrilled to see this program warmly received not only by our players, but also by our partners and the gaming industry as a whole. The GOG Preservation Program launched in 2024 to ensure that over 100 classic titles remain accessible and playable. Games included the program have received 566 enhancements so far and earned an average user rating of 4.2 out of 5. These efforts allow players to rediscover iconic games while ensuring their compatibility with modern systems. The program's launch received overwhelmingly positive feedbacks from players, partners, and media, further validating GOG's mission. Video game preservation is a pressing topic, not only in the video games industry, but also in mainstream culture, as concerns about the disappearance of digital media grow. PC gamers Rich Stanton noted 2024 was the year gamers really started to push back on the erosion of games ownership. Similarly, game developer highlighted video game preservation as a key trend in the article 2024 wrap-up, the top trends that define 2024. Globowiski further explained that GOG's role in preservation extends beyond its platform. He highlighted, as a European company, we feel a responsibility to lead in a preserving gaming heritage. Joining EFGAMP reinforces the commitment. Our next step is to expand institutional collaboration with museums and governmental and non-governmental organizations worldwide. We hope our experience will contribute meaningfully to their efforts. We're also discussing exciting new game preservation projects, which we look forward to sharing soon. So they've got more things they're working on. GOG brings a unique perspective to EFGAMP as a European leader in digital game distribution. Their experience in making classic games accessible to modern audience complements the work of our existing members by bringing further digital expertise to our collective efforts. As GOG distributes classic games worldwide, GOG is a fantastic addition to EFGAMP, whose members are primarily rooted in the cultural heritage sector. By joining EFGAMP, GOG reinforces its position as one of the global champions in game preservation and a passionate advocate for this critical cause. It remains dedicated to protecting gaming's cultural legacy and ensuring players worldwide can continue enjoying the titles that shape the medium. So that's the entire post. This is great. This is great for a wide variety of reasons. I always like to look at PC gaming and the different storefronts from the standpoint of, what are you doing differently? What is your lane? Because that is ultimately how you are going to establish yourself. You have to have an idea. You have to have something that differentiates yourself. And GOG is doing something that actually is going to differentiate it than the other top digital storefronts. Primarily, we're talking about Steam, and Steam is always going to be king, but now GOG is going in a lane, and they are pushing hard in this lane where they have their own identity, and that is, I think, the most important thing when it comes to being an alternative, being a not even a competitor, because I feel like making it about competition creates this unhealthy environment, but the reality is it is another option. Another option, however, if you don't have your own identity, you go the way of the Epic Games Store. Epic Games Store has no identity. It has no lane to it outside of, for a while, they were paying money for timed exclusives, but ultimately that's not a sustainable actual mission statement. It feels like GOG has a real mission statement, and on top of that, it's a mission statement that is in line with the interests of the consumer in the year 2025. Game preservation has become such an important topic, and it's not something that everybody on Steam talks about. Like, if I go on and talk to my super casual gaming friends, they're not going to think about digital game preservation. However, there are certainly a large number of people that think about it, and if you want to cater to an audience that really does appreciate it, you're going to have an audience. You guys that watch my video are a little bit more, I would say, the hardcore gaming audience, and I see the comments all the time from people talking about building their GOG libraries for me to do more videos on GOG, etc., etc. There is real momentum around GOG, and I will be honest, I personally feel more real authentic, that is the key word, authentic momentum with GOG than I have ever felt with the Epic Games Store. And that is because with the Epic Games Store, sure, they might get an exclusive that'll get people to gravitate towards it for an Alan Wake 2, but it really never felt like people were rallying behind the Epic Games Store, that there was this fervor and this desire to back Epic Games Store like there is with GOG, because GOG has a mission statement that is in line with the consumer's best interest. And this is how it's done. This is how it should be done if you want to create an alternative. And even outside of competition, having a mission statement that is ultimately going to be beneficial for the consumer in the long run as well. I hope that the GOG game preservation program continues to expand and grow, and they've already got iconic games like Dragon Age Origins, and if you go on Steam and read the Dragon Age Origins reviews, a lot of the reviews are pushing back on compatibility issues with the game. So to iron out those issues and making sure a game like that is compatible for a long time, we'll have a game that is a, you know, kind of a bastion of BioWare in their glory days, and to have that preserved for years and years, I think that's awesome. That's a great thing to know about, and to continue with that in an era where there is this concern, I think GOG is doing something that is only going to build and build, and hopefully it will continue to grow. I would hope that, you know, developers also would get on board in figuring out ways to just build that goodwill, build that trust with their consumers on, hey, we're gonna preserve this game for a long time. But it's not realistic for a game that came out 15 years ago, like let's say in 2040, for X development studio to be like, yo, let's continue updating this game for the latest version of Windows, or whatever the case may be. That's just not realistic. But at least with the preservation program, to make sure these games are compatible and playable and updated, that's a great thing, and I'm really happy that GOG has found a lane for itself, and it's found its identity. And let me reiterate that is the most important thing when it comes to creating something that you could look at as a bit of an alternative. You have to have your own identity, you have to have something that differentiates yourself, and you have to be true to it at the end, and it really does feel like GOG has found that, and they're going guns blazing, and it feels authentic, and that's what I always, like, whenever I cover the Epic Games Store, look, I love the free games, I love all that stuff, but there was a level of inauthenticity. When you're just chucking money at exclusives, it's just transparent that you're just trying to force people. Like, that's what it felt like with Epic Games Store. It felt manufactured, it felt forced. You know, just chucking money so you lock a game away from a storefront that feels forced. It literally is manufactured. You manufactured some sort of exclusivity deal to push people away from that storefront. There's no manufacturing of an exclusivity deal. GOG found its lane, and they're going guns blazing into that lane and being true to themselves with this identity, and really happy about that, and hopefully they stick with it for 2025 and in perpetuity well into the future. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.